r/ask Reddit. What's a problem you and your ancestors from 4,000 years ago share? Mum still makes me get home by sundown so the predators don't get me. I think it's great that you're playing Dying Light together. Families that co-op together stay together. Played this game at a friend's house one time and that was enough to get the reference. I can't handle that kind of stress in my life, haha. Mosquitoes. Ugh, I hate mozzies. They love me so much too. It's the worst to have them in your room at night, screaming as they fly around your head. I only hate leeches more. In Mississippi they have a giant leeches that are known to crawl into people's toilets in the summer. Menstruation. That's weird. I don't have that issue. Me neither if I stop taking my birth control. Color blindness making it difficult to tell if meat is thoroughly cooked. Hard to spot sunburns, skin discoloration, vegetable ripeness, etc. Probably made things harder for my ancestor than me, but still, just had to pass it on. Didn't you, Grandpa? Some anthropologists say it tended to survive in populations because it made camouflage less effective, allowing you to hunt more easily. I don't understand this. Being colorblind makes you less discerning, not more. We look the same, edit. Ugly. Can't believe you edited your comment just to call me ugly. Don't call me ugly ever again. You look the same. Ugly. That itchy spot you just can't reach. Try fire. Failing that, leeches. Eating whole equals breathing whole. Cocaine is not food. Going bald. Duck eugenetics. I'm 17. Going grey early is a skipped gene in my family, just like straight hair. I got both. Started graying in high school, but it got me into bars without having to be carded, so I guess I had that going for me. Edit. I'm 44 and about 75% grey now. Grey hair is cool though. No Wi-Fi when in the back country. Ditto. Aussie checking in. Though I kinda like not having internet. Wait a second. That moment of blinding, nausea-inducing pain when you stub your toe. Can't remember stubbing my toe on something that wasn't a coffee table, throwed it, or anything else that wasn't invented in the last 1,000 years. I stubbed mine on a rock one time, actually broke my toe on said rock, which is the only reason I thought of this. But you're right. Coffee tables and the legs on platform beds are much more dastardly and are definitely the arch nemesis of my toes. Having to go all the way to the Carpathian Mountains to get gold to make a proper sun disk. LPT. Lesser gods aren't as picky about the source of the gold, and some will even accept silver or wood. Please ask your god beforehand. Not responsible for frog plagues, festering boils, famine, or death. Damn it. Now the bathtub is full of blood and my firstborn son just died. Thanks a lot. Without any tools, most of nature could maul me to death. What is the largest mammal you think you can take one-on-one on level clear terrain without the use of tools? On flat level ground, without tools or even lifting a finger, I could easily defeat the largest mammal on Earth, the blue whale. Annoying cowlick, no matter what it never says down. When I notice how carefully arranged Julius Caesar's where is and when I watch him adjusting the parting with one finger, I cannot imagine that this man could conceive of such a wicked thing as to destroy the Roman constitution. Cicero. This man is too hot to destroy the Republic. Not being able to speak any comprehensible language, and just mumbling about things that nobody else can understand. Are you an IT? I feel attacked. Fire hot. Fire good on meat. Fire bad on fingers, edit. Fire not good on all meat. Instructions unclear. Dong is on fire. Finding a girlfriend. You're here, so that means finding a girlfriend wasn't a problem for your ancestors. My ancestors probably raped someone at some point. Food keeps going bad. We have freezers, vacuum sealers, refrigerators, and better preservatives, but I still wind up throwing out a lot of produce. Even in the fridge it stays good for a week tops. But at least I have the option of throwing away the moldy food and getting more. It's not a game of food poisoning or starvation, which is more likely. Edit. For those saying to buy smaller portions of food, That's mostly what I do. Just venting about having to go buy green beans twice a week and throwing them out if I have unexpected dinner plans a few days in a row. Hypermobility. It's a genetic disorder. So, that's all I got. Edit. For everyone who says this sounds like an advantage superpower, I'm going to paste my reply to the first person who said that. Spoken like someone who doesn't have to pop their shoulders and hips back into their joints every morning if they fall asleep on their side, and who isn't going to need multiple elbow surgeries before they're 30, at least I never need a back scratcher though, I suppose. Seriously, look up hypermobility and connective tissue disorders. They're not a fun time, and severe ones can be quite dangerous. That could have just shown up with your parents, though we will say the instant stiffness gets hella annoying sometimes, but the popping and contortion make fun party tricks to induce vomiting in some. Nah, my mom's mother and her mother also had it. Be careful. Every time you do a hypermobility party trick you weaken the joint and make it more likely to get hurt by accident. No knowledge of basic geography. No, I mean, for real, none at all. Where TF am I? Keeping track of all 3,600 deities in the Anunna pantheon. Which one is your favorite? The Jews saw it and said duck that. One pissed off god is enough. Then everyone else got mad and said it was cheating. The bloody Hittites. I'm not racist, but the Hittites can go suck a fat one. They're a bunch of Gazarians and Zuuldukkers. Are you the gatekeeper? Pregnancy discomfort and painful childbirth. I was looking for this comment. No matter how advanced modern medicine gets, there is no way to politely ask the unborn child inside you to stop kicking you in the goddamn cervix. My sister just had a baby today. 4 days in hospital trying to induce. They eventually just gave her a C-section. You'd really think we'd have this stuff sorted by now. Waiting for the sequel to Gilgamesh. It's gonna be huge. I hate when authors promise a sequel but haven't released anything in 100 years. Just finish the series already. The probability of dying from something treatable. RN, I have a lump in my tit that I just have no money to check. Going into debt is better than dying emo. I guess I'll have to shed some light on my situation. I live in your run-of-the-mill Eastern European shithole, where unemployment is a big issue. So I'm struggling to find a job and I don't have the means to go into debt. Open bracket. And I'm not too picky about jobs while we're at it. I've been sending my CV for jobs like cleaning lady and retail worker and no luck for the past couple of months. I'll find a job eventually, but there are other issues. Mostly with our healthcare. Our healthcare is in ruins, which I cannot emphasize enough. It's free in name only, but it's really not. First, you have to pay for your health insurance, which to Westerners might seem like a small sum, but it isn't here for the locals. You also have to pay a fee every time you visit a doctor, after waiting a month to actually see him. And when you do see him, he'll either deny you a checkup by the specialist, because they are overbooked already. We have bunch of old, sick people and not enough specialists. Because doctors emigrate to Western Europe USB. Schedule a checkup and you'll wait several weeks or several months to see the specialist, and you can see how bad this is for someone who has a deadly condition. This and some other factors are the reason we have the highest percentage of cancer victims in Europe. RN, I can't go into debt, but I hope I'll soon find a job and visit a private doctor for a checkup. Sorry if parts of my already incoherent ramble sound particularly incoherent. English is my third tongue. I hope I clarified my situation at least a bit. Finding a good mate. Fearing getting measles. Bad teeth. I didn't really care about my oral health for many years because I'm an idiot. So now that I'm older I have a lot of cavities and a couple of broken molars I need to get taken care of. If you're European, go to Budapest or Poland. Seriously, I'm Eastern European, and when I hear people saying that they spend thousands of dollars on root canals, I get really confused. I got mine for 50 euros. My name is Max, and I have a tendency to over-engineer things. I once tried to reinvent glue because I forgot that it already existed. My father's name is Max, and he has a tendency to over-engineer things. He once tried to invent a system that would automatically put toilet lids back down after detecting that the light in the bathroom had gone off. The sensor was in the toilet bowl. My grandfather's name is Max, and he has a tendency to over-engineer things. He once tried to, literally, reinvent the wheel. My great-grandfather's name was Max, and he had a tendency to over-engineer things. You get the idea. Open bracket. Let's rewind a few thousand years. My ancestor's name was probably Max, and he, almost certainly, had a tendency to over-engineer things. Even if he didn't, though, he definitely hated it when his neighbors played goddamned ancient Sumerian mariachi music at 4 in the goddamned morning while he was trying to get some sleep. Is early morning mariachi a problem for you? Early morning mariachi is a bloody epidemic. Imagine finally lying down at the end of a really long, really grueling day, all the while knowing that you're going to be even busier the following morning. Your sheets are a little bit stiff and itchy. You really should have known better than to buy detergent from a place with value in its name. But you manage to arrange yourself into a not entirely uncomfortable position and start drifting towards slumber. You sit bolt upright, certain that you're having another one of those cheese-induced nightmares. But no, the noise is still there, and it's apparently growing in volume. You get up to shut the window, only to discover that it was already closed. How, you think? How could that possibly be so loud? Are these the trumpets of Tlaloc herself? Hurling pillows over your head does very little to drown out the marauding brass section. But you reason that oxygen deprivation might send you off to sleep before your ears start to bleed. Eventually, you start contemplating murder. Okay, no, maybe not murder. Maybe you could just throw rocks at the source of the sound. You'd have to find it first, though, and that might require getting dangerously close to whatever unholy relic was capable of producing such a mind-obliterating cacophony. For a moment, you wonder if earplugs could protect you. Then you realize that a more reasonable solution might be to wear those same earplugs to bed. What if you wound up sleeping through your alarm, though? Do you even have any earplugs? Or did you throw them away after the last time you got dragged out to a concert consisting of some tone-deaf idiot with delusions of artistic talent? Why does anyone even like him? Anyway, come to think of it, is he available for bookings? A fight to the death between him and Diablo's own horn section could be amusing to watch, if only because it might actually be quiet after somebody died. At some point, you decide to just go into work. Back pain and depression probably. There's nothing worth watching on television. But life back then wasn't boring. They had all these cool camera guys walking around making these historical BBC shows. This post-sex P-split. How TF did we not solve this yet? I'll tell you the solution, but you're going to have a seat first. Life is ducking hard. Shit sticking to our butt hair. This might not be a correct answer for this sort of question, but my parents had a very difficult time getting pregnant, like 5 miscarriages. So they went through all these tests. Turns out my mom and dad share a common ancestor. They were so genetically similar that they were perfect matches for every donor situation. If you think about it, you're almost an incest baby. LOL. Humans. Children can be wonderful. Children can be a pain in the ass. Still no Half-Life 3. Pooping is not any easier. All the big ones: how to get food, water, a shelter, procreate, good company. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.